Okay. So this video is for those who have purchased the Korg NanoKontrol 2 and are on Windows 10 64-bit running Pro Tools 12 and are trying to get the Korg NanoKontrol 2 to communicate with orchestral libraries in Contact. And I'm using the Symphony Series that comes with Complete, and it's kind of the workaround that I've found to get the faders to work within Pro Tools to write the automation that I need. And it's kind of long-winded, but hopefully if you're in a position like me where you basically find this unit useless, you can still use it to control a few of the parameters within these orchestral libraries, as well as write automation. So I'm going to show you how I got that to work. So like most of you, I'm sure that when you open up the Korg editor, you can't get it to recognize or show that it's connected. And I tried so many videos to get that to work, and nothing seemed to do it. I tried deleting registry files for other MIDI drivers, reinstalling multiple times. I just couldn't never get it to connect. So my workaround here is still open the software so you have an idea of the MIDI CCs that you're working with, and select your device. So for here, you can see which CCs are kind of pre-mapped for the faders that you're using, and that's going to be important later on. You want to know which ones you're working with, because you really can't change them because it's not really connected. So you're not able to, write data. If you're having this issue too, it'll still work. So the way that I figured that out was when you open Contact and you right-click this Dynamics knob. For me, that was the most important one that I wanted to work with. I was only really able to do it with the mod wheel, which is helpful, but it's not really good. It's not as good as a fader. So the workaround that I got, it took me some learning, because the first thing that I did was I wanted it to be the leftmost fader on my unit. But the thing is that if you look at the what CC that's mapped to, that's CC0, and for some reason that is already the mod wheel, I believe. It's 0 or 1. So if you make this CC0 so that it's on the leftmost fader, you can control it, but your automation won't necessarily work, because if you go to mod wheel or add, there really is no 0 here, so you can't add 0, so you really can't control that in automation in Pro Tools. So what I added was something that really wasn't tied to anything, which was CC3, which is undefined. So if you add that, you're then able to automate that MIDI CC, which really isn't tied to anything existing. And in the Korg NanoKontrol 2, that is CC3 is the fourth fader. So in order to control the dynamics and also automate it, you have to learn CDCC and then move the fourth fader. It'll map to that, and then now undefined 3 controller is going to be controlling your dynamics, and then you can automate it. So that's how I got it to work. So now if you go to record, I'm using the fourth fader to change the dynamics, which is probably the most important thing to automate in this library. I also have my second fader is attached to the I think the expression that was mapped already, because I think that is mapped to BDCC 1. So the second fader controls that expression because that must be tied to MIDI CC1. So we basically mapped MIDI CC3 to the dynamics knob. We overwrote that so that way we can automate it in Pro Tools. So I hope that you find this useful. It's kind of a clanky workaround, but it's sure a heck of a lot better than automating with the mod wheel. It's kind of one of the bummers of working with Pro Tools because I'm trying to find a better single fader unit, but most of the things that are compatible with Pro Tools are ungodly expensive. So to be able to get an $80 unit to do somewhat of what I'm trying to ultimately do in Pro Tools, it's kind of worth it for me because there's no way I'm going to be spending thousands of dollars on Avid control services at this point. So thanks for watching, and hope this helps.